Hey everyone, Kimberly Olson here, also known as the Gold Digger Girl, coming in live with a special guest interview, the Marina Simone. I'm going to introduce her here in a second, but hi Marina, thanks for being on.
Hi, thanks for having me. Hello.
Yay! I'm so excited to do this. And we were just saying we need to do more stuff like this together and
Yeah.
not go these long stretches of time. But I want to introduce you to my audience and share a little bit about how I met you and why the ladies need to lean in close and be able to also learn from you and your fitness, just like I did. So I actually when here I'm going to put my volume down just because I can hear myself. When I actually got into network marketing in 2017, my friend finally convinced me to do it. Some of you guys know that story. And she said it was going to help the children. And I was like, I'm in. And then I said, what do I do? So she's like, here, post this on your social media. And it was just spam, 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 right? And I was sitting there, I'd got my comma check, lost the comma check, decided I had to overcome alcohol abuse. Finally did. It's August. August 1st was my first day stepping into sobriety. And not even a week later, I'm like posting or I'm searching on YouTube how to, I'll never forget this, how to build on social media network marketing, typing it in. This video comes up of you in a hurricane. You're literally in a hurricane. You're like, guys, I'm going to show you how to get your cell phone to work, even if you don't have power. And there's a hurricane, but I told you I'd be here. And I was like, who is this girl? Like, I love her and I love how real she is. And look at her with her, you had your, remember your first setup? You had your
Yes.
healers and you had your pretty pillows. And I was like,
Yes.
I want to have a background and I want to have a brand. And so
And now mine's a
I
mess.
actually, like, isn't this a throwback? And I was like, I'm in. You had just launched your like group coaching, and I was like, I'm in, sign me up. And you were my actual first coach. And if you guys have watched my webinars, you've seen it is echoing. Okay. Sorry about that, you guys. If you watch my first when I do my webinars and talk about my growth, you will see in 2017, that's when I had that huge leap. It was when I hired my first coach, and that first coach was Marina. So because I'm echoing, ask some questions and have you talk. So tell everyone a little bit about you, Moms and Heels, the brand, and then we'll talk about Brand to Millions.
Yeah. Well, first off, I just want you all to know every time Kimberly tells the story of when she first found me, it's crazy because I remember being so nervous going to do that video because I was like, what if it goes out? What if my internet knocks out and I was at a place where if I said I was going to show up, I showed up. And I didn't realize how important that really was back then because there are a lot of times now where people are like, I don't know why I'm not winning. And I'm like, I used to show up in hurricanes. So when you tell that story, it brings me back to that's how invested you were in your people. It didn't matter if one person showed up or 10, I showed up like I was talking to a million people regardless. And every time you tell that, it's just so crazy. And then when you say I was your first coach, it's crazy to me because we're friends and sisters and peers now. I come to you for advice, you come to me for advice. We're not. So it's amazing how your student can become your coach and your coach can become your student. And I love you for that. You've always just been just edifying and just so kind and so giving with your audience, and I just appreciate you so much for that. And I don't think that's said enough in our industry of being online with female entrepreneurs. You don't gatekeep, and you're very abundant. So Kimberly, I appreciate you for that. For those of you that don't know who I am, my name is Marina Simone. I'm the CEO and founder of Moms and Heels. That's my dog Romeo in the background. That's just him screaming because that's what he's gonna do. He's a golden doodle. And didn't you just get you just got a new dog, didn't you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Bernedoodle, we have two now.
Yeah, they don't listen.
No.
I trained him, got him trained, still doesn't listen. But anyway, he jumps over couches and over things. When I created Moms and Heels, it was really because I started off in network marketing and there was nothing for women in network marketing. It was always men. Men were teaching it, men were at the top, but the women were the reason that the men were at the top. And I didn't have this massive influence of people. And so I needed to create a space where like average people could get started on social media, building their network marketing businesses and creating a brand forward like conversation that wasn't spammy. That's what it literally was. And I wanted a place where as moms, we could show up with messy buns and not feel bad about it. I think there was this, and there still is, right? And in the network marketing and in the digital marketing world, that if you don't show up polished and perfect, like you're never going to make it. And I'm completely proof that that's not true. And so that's why we created the space. Like I just wanted to have a place where moms felt seen and heard while they were building an online business.
I love that. And obviously I felt seen and heard because you would say anything and I would go do it. Like, and I was working full time and, after I was the replay viewer. So I would watch her videos Monday night and then I would go and do it and it would work. And I would say to you, I did it and it worked. You're like, I know. And a lot of the other people are watching the same things as you and they're not implementing. So like, keep going. And I did, I just kept going. And you said, go live, and I would go live, and then you start a Facebook group, and I started a Facebook group, and you need a brand. And I mean, I have just all of that. I was so hungry, and so coachable, but like you said, you would show us exactly what you meant, here's how I run my day. Here's how to do, a raffle giveaway, like all the things. So it's just, you just being yourself and showing up gave all of us permission to just figure it out, with the babies and the runny noses and just all of it. Like, it's just so cool to talk about how we started and all the things. And you were already very successful in network marketing. And then you started your coaching as well. Can you talk about how you've grown that over the years?
Yeah. I never wanted to be a network marketing coach. Like I always wanted to be where I am now with my brand, but that was just, I had so many network marketers that were sharing my things. So I was like, okay, obviously I'm going to step into moms, that are in network marketing and help them get to 6 and 7 figures. Like that was just where I sat for a long time. And the reason I did courses is because I couldn't do what you and I were one-on-one, and we had that conversation. I remember you would go into the car like on your lunch breaks and we'd be on sessions together, and there was just one of me. And so I was like, how can I help more people? And I was like, oh, I can create the Lead Slayer Challenge and have 500-600 people in it and be able to help them. Like, so that's how it kind of evolved. It wasn't even like I was like, I'm going to go create an 8-figure brand. That didn't happen until like 2019 when I was like, made my first 100K in coaching, and I was like, this is insane. Like 100,000 in 1 month, 30 days. I'm like, this is weird. This is crazy. Like I wasn't even trying. I just was serving. And I think that's what I want everybody to hear. It's like, I was just serving, and how much I could serve, I would serve. And so in 2020, I was like, this is a whole movement. Like now I had this gift that I didn't even realize I had, that I could help people see how they could turn their experiences into money, not just a network marketing company, but like turn their story into income. And that's what I've been doing since 2020. Then we turned it into how do you create an iconic movement? And now the iconic movements have just, like you did, like you're a perfect example of an iconic movement. Like you created this massive movement with Gold Digger Girls. Like I love it. And it's just such proof that when you create movements versus a one-time sale or selling something else that isn't yours, you've created a skill set, created a community that'll produce love and income and friendship and mentorship forever. And so that's what we're doing now.
Thank you. And I want to dive into that movement. And for all of you that are on, will you guys just put brand in the comments if you'd like to lean in a bit more with this conversation of what she's talking about, because we're going to talk about an opportunity for you to attend a mastermind. And I know I'm echoing, my apologies. This is why we do it anyway, okay?
We do it anyway.
So we do it anyways. So let's talk about movement versus transactional, affiliate, what we see happening in the direct sales space. Can you talk about movement and why that's a piece for these ladies?
Yeah. And I will say I'm hashtag guilty. Like I got caught up in the whole have 50,000 affiliate links for 50,000 things because I already had an audience. Why wouldn't I sell them more, 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 more? And so when I'm teaching this now, it's coming from a place of I see where I made mistakes in 2022, 2023, and this is the shift that I made. And so what I see in network marketing is network marketing for me, like I'll just explain my story because I think it just makes the most sense for most people, is that if somebody would have said to me, you can have a bunch of affiliate links and get paid to share affiliate links, that wouldn't have made any sense to me as a single mom. Her car had just been repossessed. I was working 40 something hours a week, having a bunch of affiliate links and to make some money by sharing it on social media, that wouldn't have caught my attention. In fact, I would have been like, oh, scam, scam, scam. In network marketing, how I was invited was powerful. It was, if there was a way for you to create residual compounded income by blah, 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 would you be interested? And so what I was invited to was a movement. I was invited to a different idea. I was invited to a whole paradigm shift of, it's not about just making money. I was going to become a better human. I was going to learn skill sets, and I was given permission to do that, where in the real world, I was told I wasn't enough. I was told I didn't have enough degrees. I was told I was ghetto. I was told that because I hung out with gang members back in the day, like I would never amount to anything. And so that piece of network marketing has been completely, in my opinion, social media has pushed that out so much. But the true leaders in network marketing know that that's what keeps people around, is community, right? So we have this piece of affiliate marketing, which I'm not saying is bad. I'm not like making it the enemy, but it's so much and too much to where people are not being developed into who they can become. That's what network marketing was built for, was the average person like me, who, if I didn't have network marketing, I never would have made it in affiliate marketing because I was never developed. Does that make sense?
I just got chills.
Yeah. Yeah. So that part, right? And I'm like, gosh, man, we had so many amazing women become top earners in this industry one time, and I'm seeing them not do it again. And what they created was a movement. They just didn't know that's what they created. If they could go back and do that part again, they wouldn't feel like they're slanging affiliate links to make a buck every day, you know? So that's where I stand with that.
No, that's a legit issue that we have.
Yeah.
And I completely identify with that because it's exhausting.
It is. I don't want to have to create something new every single month in order to make money. And I think I did this. Again, this is me saying hashtag guilty. I was like, okay, what's the next program I'm going to create? Something for Pinterest, something for here, something for there, something for there. But what it was happening is that I had so many different things that the main message was like muddy. And so people would stick around, but they didn't know why they were sticking around. And so we would see churn, like a lot of churn rate happen where people were like basically coming for dinner, but you had no kitchen. You had a dinner party, but you had no kitchen to serve them any food. And so that's where that breakage is really happening right now in the network marketing industry, but it's also happening in the coaching industry. Because in the coaching industry, multiple affiliate links is not the problem. It's, are you sharing links that actually fit into your movement, that fit into what you believe, into your values, into your belief system? Because if it's not elevating your belief system and your movement of what you believe, and it's just to make money, your people, like the luxury buyers, those luxury people that'll ascend with you forever, they're going to feel that and they're going to repel. And so that's what I've been like for the last 2 years, really identifying where in my brand that was happening so I could get rid of it.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that is so powerful. So with that being said, I know my ladies and they're going, okay, how do I fix it? So talk to us about her brand experience.
Yeah. Well, first off, I was like, am I really going to put the word millions in the name of this event? And I was like, I am, because there's so many ways that you can make millions of dollars. You're such a great example of this. You're writing books. You can do it by becoming a speaker. You can do it by selling courses. You can do it by so many different ways. But I knew that what we've created is an actual ecosystem. We've created an ecosystem that threads everywhere into the main idea or the main movement. And so what I decided is like, I haven't done an event since 2021, because you spoke at it, the Slay Online Sales Summit
That's
back in
awesome.
2021. Like, we had so much fun. And I told you I was never doing a live event ever again. Remember? I'm like, never. And then you did it. And I was like, oh my God, like, never again. And what I found is now the women that are needing that proximity, it's because they're ready, they're on fire, and they need to be activated. And so we're activating iconic movements at this event. We are pulling them out, we're going to activate them, and we are going to literally make sure that everyone in that room knows whose movement is for what, so we can all grow each other's brands at the same time. And so we have like content crew coming, but my whole big main idea is I want every person that's in that room to walk away with, this is my iconic movement. And I think everyone thinks that it's like, oh my gosh, I'm not an influencer. There's no way I can have an iconic movement. I was not an influencer, and I created an iconic movement probably 15 different times for 15 different brands. Every single one of us has it. I did it for my mom yesterday. Oh my God, you would literally, my mom was here. We're on ChatGPT, and I was showing her things. And I said to her, Mom, you have an iconic movement in you. I tested it on my mom. She's ready for her podcast. She's ready for everything. She's a principal. Like, she is just ready to retire because she didn't know. She's like, I don't have an iconic movement. I'm like, yes, you do. You have experience for 40 something, 50 something years teaching. Like, you have made so many kids think differently about their lives. You help them have a shift. That's all it is. Mm-hmm. And so that's my goal. I want everyone to leave that room like on fire and like creating what you like, just like you did, like how we worked together. I'm ready to get back into that intimate space and create more Kimberly Olsons. That's literally my goal.
I love it. And for her Brands to Millions, y'all, some of you put brand, but if you want to know more about attending the in-person event, just put brand in the comments and we'll give you my referral link. So for her Brand to Millions, can you tell them a little bit about the options and what that can look like for them to make this investment?
Yeah. So it is an investment. Like, I'm just going to be 100 with you guys. This is not for someone who's like, I'm just getting started in my business and I'm not an investor. This event is from every second it's planned, because we are going to be doing, like, you need to bring your laptop, you need to bring your content outfits, you need to be ready to be filming, you need to be ready to walk away with like actual content. I have my content team coming in. I have I have special speakers that are coming in so we can actually write your funnels in real time, write your actual copy in real time, like, and I'm gonna be like in your ads in real time, like the whole ecosystem. We're gonna have it set up. And so I think there's 3 different options. They're like, oh, you need to have an extra elite VIP option. And I'm like, okay, I didn't know what that was for, to be honest. And then I went and looked at it and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. So we could get so we're going to have these like thrones and couches in the front row. And so that the elite VIP are going to sit there. They get to have breakfast and lunch with me, and we'll be super bougie. And then day 3 is for the elites and the elite VIPs. And so that day is all content. We'll be in Palm Beach. Like, I've got a whole thing set up. But the first 2 days is for like the general admission, which is, I think it's $1,000 for the general admission, and then it goes up, it's an investment. But there's just so many women that have these iconic movements. And especially if you've made 6 figures before, this is what's missing for that 7 figures, for that 8 figures. This is the missing piece. It's your ecosystem. And so that's what we're doing at her Brand to Millions. We're building the ecosystem. I see Ray. What's up, Ray?
Hey, Ray. Mark was on too saying hi.
Oh, hi, Mark.
So, what would you say is your iconic movement?
Yeah. So my iconic movement started as helping moms, busy moms, slay online sales so they could build a successful network marketing business, right? Now it's shifted, it's elevated, and I think that's important. Like we elevate, and as we elevate, that changes. Now it's helping women in their second act create iconic movements so they can be free in their second act. So when you think about all these women that are on their pensions right now or about to retire or go into pensions, they don't realize that they don't need to replace an income. Now they can actually build an extra income so they're not stuck, right? So it's about that second act. And it's been powerful, it's been amazing. We've helped a lot of women who just don't feel like they're good enough. They're now all of a sudden like just tapping into this iconic movement. And so my goal is to help 10 million women enter in a movement in the next 4 years. So if you look at it that way, 10 million, 4 years, that's the number of seven-figure earners we have to create in order to create their iconic movements. And so that's kind of like where my head's at. We did a whole like funnel thing breakdown on it. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. 10 million. I can actually see it happening. So yeah.
I love that. I'm so proud of you. That's awesome. So, ladies, you know what to do. Put brand in the comments, and team, can you guys drop the link so ladies can check it out that are being shy about commenting? And I absolutely encourage you guys to make this investment. Okay, think about spending a few days to work on you and your movement instead of just being in the weeds, not being able to see the big picture. And if you feel stuck or you're ready to take that leap, this is absolutely for you. So thank you so much, Marina. I know I'm echoing, so I'm going to wrap it up. But from the bottom of my heart, thank you for everything that you've done for me and that you've done for this industry and all of the moms that you've already helped and are going to continue to help.
You guys just do whatever Kimberly Olsen says, because I'm telling you, like when I think of a star student and I think of anyone that just took action faster than I did. Like when I tell you she outmade money she made more money than me, faster than me, this one right here. So you're in the right place, and I just love you. And I'm so proud of you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thanks for hanging with us, you guys. I appreciate it. Or replay. Appreciate you. Share this out, and we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for listening, and have a great rest of the day. We'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.